Thanks for watching Sweet Tea TV. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bill Cosby played a loving, caring father to all of his children, his wife, Claire Huxtable, their neighbors, their parents, and the show was just absolutely amazing. However, it seems that he played this great father on film. Everybody fell in love with the show. Even Rudy's classmates from her school, they would come over, and Mr. Cosby, and he was a doctor. So that showed that he was even loving and caring because he cared to help sick people. And this is the character that he emulated. However, like I stated, you guys remember Bud, you guys remember the little fat white boy? They would come over, he would play games with the kids. Cliff Huxtable, as Mr. Cosby called himself on the show, was just an all-around loving dad. This commentary is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, as we have to say on YouTube. But in real life and outside of Hollywood, this was allegedly not the case. See, in fact, Bill Cosby only had one son, minus the 4 children he had on the show. And that son was murdered on the interstate just outside California. And the cold-blooded killer who gunned down Cosby's son, he wrote a letter admitting to the shocking crime. But he left out explosive questions about an outrageous alleged assassination plot. See, this immigrant had mob ties and shot and killed Ennis Cosby, and he was only 27 years old. And this happened on January 16th of 1997. And what investigators called a robbery, attempted robbery, near an LA interstate. And see, the radar went directly to the source to find out if there was any truth behind the outrageous claims that he was actually hired to rub out Ennis Cosby. And this was supposedly to prevent his son from revealing the comedian's love child. Yes, guys. And so it was stated that Autumn Jackson was allegedly Bill Cosby's love child, and she was arrested for trying to extort $40 million from him in exchange for silence about claims that she was conceived out of wedlock. And there were others said to be involved, like Jose Medina. He was the alleged ringleader, and he was a Russian named Boris Saban. Meanwhile, Cosby had stood accused of raping and drugging dozens of women. And then Cosby himself declared his innocence, but still faced possible sex crimes charges in California. Today, we know he's incarcerated and was found guilty. But however, guys, Bill Cosby himself sat down and did an interview, and what he said was totally alarming to me. Was this a revenge murder or a blood sacrifice?
Bill Cosby has finally spoken publicly about the greatest pain a parent can experience, the death of a child. In an interview with CBS News broadcast today, Cosby talked about the murder of his son Ennis, who was gunned down on a Los Angeles freeway earlier this month. Cosby emotionally described the family's grief, their anger, and how they buried Ennis in an herb garden at the Cosby home in Massachusetts.
We joined hands, and we had on clothes like this, and it's cold in Massachusetts, and some snow is still there. I set the coffin down over the hole, and I said, we now want to give praise to God for allowing us to know Him. Not for giving Him to us, but just letting us know there's a difference in this house. Mrs. Cosby wants this man. I mean, she verbalizes she wants him. She doesn't accept the fact that nobody comes forward to help with the truth. I've always imagined if somebody killed one of my kids, I mean, I would go get 5 .357 Magnums. Then you start to think about the person that you love who's gone. And then that part of them comes to you and says, hey, Dad, you have to go back to work, man. You know, not people want to laugh. Dad, you have to go back to work. And you start to laugh. His spirit from there wouldn't allow us to walk off and be anything other than what he wants. Our family.
Bill Cosby, bullshit. You are a liar. Did y'all just hear what he said? He said he wanted to thank God for not giving him to us, but just us knowing him. Any child that is a gift from God. And then you get to know that child when they come into the world. Then Bill Cosby said he always imagined if anybody killed his children, what he would do. Get a .357 Magnum. Bill Cosby, no parent ever wants to imagine someone killing their children or their child. And then Mr. Cosby said, Ennis would tell me, Dad, you gotta go back to work. Fuck work if someone murdered my child. Work would be the last thing on my mind. But Bill Cosby was really speaking on how he felt. This is completed, and now I gotta get back to work and go up to the next level. In my opinion, this was a blood sacrifice. See, that loving, caring, kind, compassionate dad that you played on The Cosby Show was far, far from who you were in real life. You tried to play a miserable old man who's blind in one eye and can't see. But we can see the truth, Bill. Your karma came back and it got you. Bit you right in your behind. Like the saying goes, be careful what you say, because one day it may come back and bite you in your ass.
Spanish fly was the thing that all boys from age 11 on up to death, we will still be searching for Spanish fly.
That's right.
And what was the old story was, if you took a little drop, it was on the head of a pin.
Right. Drop it in a Coca-Cola. Don't matter.
It doesn't make it, and the girl would drink it, and she's yours. Hello, America.
However, guys, if we were paying attention to the details, you rob this black man on an interstate and you shoot him in the head. Why did they think he had money? He claims he didn't know that was Cosby's son, which was a lie. This was all set up and premeditated. This was a blood sacrifice. And see, guys, what the world probably didn't know, that at this time, around this time, Cosby wanted himself to buy NBC. See, the man that killed Ennis Cosby, he blasted Ennis, and he didn't take his Mercedes-Benz or his wallet. His wallet contained $1,000. He also had on a Rolex watch. This was murder, a blood sacrifice. But this rabbit hole goes a little bit deeper, guys. See, just recently, a couple of years ago, Bill Cosby's daughter passed away. And they said she passed away from kidney failure. And like they say, the way that you act in public and in the streets, it usually starts at home. So if Bill Cosby was drugging all of these women and taking advantage of them, Did he do anything to any of his daughters in the home? This is the question I need to know. And it is a questionable question, guys. I mean, think about it. He was out here taking advantage of all of these young girls, and you had young daughters at home in your home. I believe his wife knows a lot of secrets, guys, and she's going to take those secrets to her grave. But like they say, what comes around goes around. And I believe in myself that Bill Cosby received the karma that he so deserved. Until the next video, guys, like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so when I drop this content, you guys will be aware. Until the next video, guys, take care.